Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever applies to you. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Julia. I'm a contemporary singing specialist based in Australia. And today I'm giving the good people what they want. You have requested it for ages. And I'm really curious because a bunch of you told me not to do any research beforehand. So here it is, my first time listen to Pisces by Ginger. Let's get into it. Oh God, she's stunning. It's so relaxed and free. This is amazing. She's got perfect balance. I love her sound placement. And I'm enjoying the fact that there's no constriction at all. And with the music behind it, I genuinely like this kind of instrumentation where it's a little bit more pulled back. So we'll see. This is beautiful. Okay. It kind of sounded like there was something added in underneath this particular section of the song. If we go back, when she went into the pre-chorus, it sounds like there's another line being fed under in the mix. So we'll just... I'd be a friend of mine who swallows suffering with smile. I drew a different it sounds like there's a little bit of an extra line in there. With unconditional loyalty, you go hard, they can be because I'm What? Ah! I'm like shaking. I get it now. I get why you told me not to look at anything. Did you do that just so I would pee myself when that happened? Oh my God. Ah! How dare you? How dare you do that to me? Well, I can't even think of a single thing to say. It just like factory reset my brain. Okay. I need to go back and re-listen to that before I say anything about it. Holy crap. Okay, so one of the big things that I'm noticing is that there's nothing happening in the side of her neck. I've got to be real honest with you guys. The more extreme vocal effects or more extreme vocal techniques, they're not in my wheelhouse at all. I don't teach contemporary with extreme vocal techniques. It's not something that I have ever personally studied, and I feel like it would be dangerous to pretend like you can teach something if you yourself cannot physically make the sound or don't understand how the sound even works. Like that, I feel is really, really dangerous. So for me, if I'm assessing this just as a vocal pedagogue, I'm looking for signs of physical tension that might not be helping the sound, that they might be using to force the sound out. And what I'm noticing is her whole body is like planted, both feet are flat on the ground, she's got a decent stance, and her neck, nothing is popping out on her neck. It's actually super, super relaxed, which indicates for me, as someone who doesn't understand this technique, I don't know how she's making those sounds, but I do know someone who does know like just an incredible amount about more extreme vocal techniques. And if you want, I could ask her if she wanted to be a guest, and we could maybe review some more of the extreme vocal techniques that are used in a lot of the heavier genres. I could try and organize that for you so that we can make sure that we're getting accurate information. But for the moment, even though she's making sounds that are a little bit terrifying, there's nothing about her physical body that is telling me that this is like causing strain for her. So that's where I'm gonna leave that. Okay, another thing that I look for is the voice deteriorating as they use the sound. Her voice is straight back to where it was in the beginning. So even though that chorus is using more extreme vocal techniques, I mean, I would say I don't think it's actually an issue for her. I don't think it's a problem at all, because there's been no deterioration of her vocal technique, which, as I mentioned in the beginning, is super relaxed, and I love her sound placement. It's just, yeah. Oh, keep going. I'm getting used to it now. See how both of her feet are flat on the ground. And she sinks slightly down. Great physical grounding. You can really hear that second line or whatever is happening in their mix coming through under that particular section.
Cherish his life to the underworld.
And there as well.
Make me flash and when the winter.
Swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
I think it's amazing that she's creating these sounds, and yet I can still understand the words that she's saying. That's incredible. I'm taking it back.
Voices swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
Searching for the room, don't catch your.
Oh my god, and she came through with a super resonant belt. Oh my god. She's amazing. I need to go back and hear that again.
Voices swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the sun beam.
Don't suffocate in painful tortures, long-cutting chambers of callous men, wandering on of phantom butchers. Emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh. Wow. Even in that like scream thing that she's doing, I mean, I don't know what's happening there. I gotta be real honest with you. Usually when there's distortions of that sound, it's because something in the vocal tract is moving as opposed to the vocal folds being basically abused. So I would have to check in with someone else to know exactly how that sound is being produced. I think I will try and get my friend who's the extreme vocal specialist. I think I will try and see if I can organize a session. Let me know if you want. Let me know if you want that, because I will try. She's a very, very, very busy woman, so I can try. She'll have to fit me into her busy schedule. But I will try to do that for you if you want me to. I will. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was how there were different qualities in that scream she was doing. That was incredible. Like in the let's take it back. She's got, so at the very end, it's like it's wider and then it winds up being really, really metallic and even more like a scream. In the beginning, it sounds like it's really, really wide and deep, and then it's almost like the pitch and the texture changes ever so slightly as she gets towards the end.
Emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away.
So that's the same.
Emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped
And then that
away.
one. And that last one, oh God. It's reminding me of actually a time when I asked my friend about a particular sound, and she made it without me expecting it. And it sounded almost like a jaguar was about to rip my head off. Like it was such a primal sound for me that it just immediately hit my nervous system and went, flee, you're in danger. Oh my God. Can you hear how there was that change in the quality of the scream at the end there? This is incredible. And I genuinely like the instrumentation as well. This was really, really fun for me. I mean, in the beginning when I wasn't, in the beginning, I don't know why, my whole body started to shake. I've heard screaming before. Maybe I'm just sensitive. A sensitive little flower. Anyway, this was amazing. Let me just quickly summarize my thoughts. So her use of first register in the beginning and the verses was so relaxed, stunning sound placement, touch of nasality. It makes the sounds really, really, really clear. And her voice is very free as she's moving through it. Her natural timbre is beautiful. It's got just a touch of like just this tiniest little sprinkle of husk into it, which is nice. Not so husky that you would call it like an obvious husk, but it's definitely something that makes her voice unique. Like if I was to hear her voice on a different track and didn't know it was her, I'd probably still think that it was her because her voice is not boring. It's not one of those ones that just kind of sounds like it could be anyone's voice and just blends into the background. So that's amazing. I really liked how in that verse as well, she was able to add emphasis on particular parts of the phrase without any constriction. Hey guys, voiceover Julia here. So I just wanted to very quickly talk about the time signature because I thought that was really interesting. And I did mention it in the beginning that initially I thought it was just a confusing 6/8 because I didn't quite have the feel down. And then the kit came in and it couldn't be a 6/8 because there's this extra beat that comes in. And I was trying to figure out how they were going about it. So there's 7 beats in total, if you want to think of it as like a complete phrase. But to be honest, where the emphasis is in the kit makes me think it's actually a 3/4 bar going into a 4/4 bar and then back to 3/4, 4/4, 3/4, 4/4. And for me, I just think that this adds such a cool feeling into the music. And that extra beat that you gain just gives it that feeling of interest and momentum. And I think it adds another little layer of excitement into that musical arrangement. Additionally to that, when you have time signatures that are changing, as a vocalist, you have to really, really stay on top of that and make sure that you're not getting lost in the beats. Now, 3/4 into 4/4, it's not out of this world difficult, but it is still an added element that Tatiana is navigating flawlessly. Like, if you weren't listening to the beats, you would never know that she's having to cater to an extra beat every second bar. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it's pretty damn cool. She's pretty flippin' awesome, from the way she manages her verse into the screams into that ridiculous E5 metallic belt that she's got at the end there. So yeah, I just wanted to make a comment on the time signatures because I just think it makes the music sound so cool, and she has to manage that as a vocalist to it. So I genuinely like the instrumentation and the way that the song is written. I think that's really cool. Last point, her belting was amazing, and that final belt that she did that has like a super metallic quality in it, absolutely stunning. It's just something so exciting about a high metallic belt that you hear in a lot of the rock and heavier music styles. I just think that I think that it's really cool. Anyways, that is it from me today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that. Is enjoyment even a word that you could use for watching me wet myself on camera? I don't know, maybe. If you enjoyed this, let me know down below in the comments. Give this video a like. If you want more, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell beside it. I am just getting into a lot of the heavier music styles, which is a little bit of left stream for me because I was trained as a jazz singer and have delved into other forms of contemporary music like pop, R&B, musical theater. So the heavier music styles are really exciting and new for me to be listening to, and I'm keen to keep exploring them. So I think I'll check out a little bit more of Ginger. A subscriber also told me to check out Perennial, so I might dig into that one next. Regardless, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Searching for the